I painted 100 times, but somehow I still feel unsatisfied. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, as I was saying, I painted 100 paintings and I'm not sure if I'm completely satisfied with it. Wait, let me explain why. So basically, around 2 years ago, when I got into painting, I just really wanted to get better at it. Like, I badly wanted to improve myself at art and just painting, okay? Because trust me, I was not born good at this. Like, I've always been interested in arts and crafts, but that doesn't mean that I was born a great artist who could just paint and sketch so well at 5th grade or 6th grade. It was not that way, okay? I've had my share of bad art before I could even paint as decently as I do now. I'm not saying I'm some great artist right now who can just paint around everything, but I've come a long way. I know my journey. I've come a very long way, and I'm actually happy about that. I'm proud about that. But back then, 2 years ago, when I was just getting into painting, when I was interested in painting and wanted to get better at that, I did not feel this way. Like, I had less confidence. Every time I used to paint, I used to feel like, why am I so bad at this? How can I improve? I used to feel pretty sad about myself and the way my skills were. But at that time, my brother told me something that stuck with me, okay? He said, instead of feeling bad that you're not good at this, take up this challenge, okay? Paint 100 paintings. Any type of paintings, but 100 paintings. And if by the end of it, if you still feel like you're horrible, that you're terrible, that you're hopeless, then we'll see, okay? But until then, you have to suck it up. You should not feel sad or you should not whine about it and just paint 100 paintings. And honestly, that sounded perfect for me, because who doesn't like a little bit of certainty? Who doesn't like a little bit of assurance, right? Because I wanted that. I wanted to have a goal that seemed possible to achieve, that seemed like I can get there, because everything was very vague until then. Because I wanted to improve at art, but I didn't know how. I wanted to feel less bad about myself, but I didn't know how. So when he posed this challenge, when he told paint 100 paintings and then we'll see, I was like, okay, I'll do this. And then I decided to do it. First, I took up a cardboard sheet actually, and then I put 100 grids in it, and I wrote 100 paintings yet, question mark. And then every time I finished a painting, I put a tick mark in each of those grids. So that way I could help myself accountable, and I knew when I was going to finish 100 paintings. In fact, I still have that cardboard sheet where I wrote 100 paintings yet and put 100 grids. I stuck it on the inside of my closet door. Let me just show it to you. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's been more than 2 years since I created this. So you can see there are it is torn, it has creases, it has folds and all of that. But yeah, this is what I created. Honestly, it feels like yesterday that I took out a cardboard sheet, put 100 paintings yet and put 100 grids in it, because I was so happy and I was so excited. I was excited to see where I would be, where my skills would be, and how I would feel when I finish 100 paintings, like where I would be standing after I finish 100 paintings. And so here we are, 100 paintings later, 2 years later, I've finished all 100 paintings, and oh my god, the progress is visible. These are some of my first few paintings when I started this challenge, and then these are the 90th to 100th painting. I know there is progress, but some of you might think it's not a big deal, but for me it was, and it still is a big deal for me, because I can see it. I can see how much I've grown. I remember how I felt when I started this challenge. I remember how underconfident, how unskilled I felt when I was just in the beginning of this challenge. I still remember how in the initial days of this challenge, I used to feel like I can never get better at art, even though I badly wanted to improve at paintings. I remember all those times. That is why I tell, I can see the progress. I can see how much I've grown. I know I still have a long way to go. In fact, I'm like only 1% ahead. I still have so much to learn. I still have so much to improve at. But I just feel like these 100 paintings are the foundational bricks in my journey. So if you are just starting something and if you really want to get better at it, by the way, before I go further, it's not too late to start. Don't believe that you can only be better at something when you start doing it in childhood. I was not painting when I was 10. I was not painting when I was 13, right? You can always start anything new that you want to learn. And if you want to learn a new instrument, if you want to start meditating, if you want to start painting, if you want to start writing, do it, okay? If when you're starting out, will not be good at it. Don't be hard on yourself. If you're just starting something and you really want to get better at it, don't expect too much from yourself in the beginning. Just tell yourself, I'll do this 100 times. Whatever it is, 100 songs, 100 portraits, 100 sketches, 100 poems, 100 days of meditation, 100 days of playing chess, 100 days of playing badminton, whatever it is, just do it 100 times, and trust me, by the 50th one or the 60th one itself, you will see what I'm talking about. You will be mind blown. Try doing this, okay? Now, why am I telling you all this? Why am I talking about 100 paintings that I've already done? Like, it is in my past. Why am I talking about that? Because I'm taking up a new challenge again. I'm doing this all over again, but this time slightly differently. But before I talk about what I'm going to do and what the plan is, I have the cardboard sheet here. Just like you saw my previous chart there with 100 paintings yet and 100 grids, I'm going to draw 100 more grids on this. So let me just do that and then explain to you what the plan is. Okay, so now that this is done, I'll talk about what the plan is or what the idea is. See, the truth is, while I'm happy that I finished 100 paintings, I'm not exactly proud of them. Like every time my mom says to someone, she has painted 100 paintings, it just feels weird because for me somehow they don't count anymore. Like they used to count, it mattered to me and I'm happy about it, but right now it just feels like it doesn't count anymore. Maybe this is just me being hard on myself, maybe not. But is it me growing? Definitely yes. Right now I just feel like I can do so much better. Like all those 100 paintings I had done before, they were usually on smaller dimensions, they were in sketchbooks and they were easy ones. Like I said, I feel like I can do so much better now. And while those 100 paintings were very important in my journey, and like I said, they were like foundational bricks in my journey, the focus at that point for me was on quantity. But this time I also want to focus on quality, and I want to focus on doing 100 paintings, but also 100 paintings that are challenging, that are huge and also of good quality. So now I want to focus on taking the quality also a notch up, because that way the success feels more worthy to me. I guess that's the thing about growth, you know. You don't really realize it when it's happening, but one day when you look back, you'll realize that you have quietly become what your past self was once trying to be. So in order to keep learning and growing, this time I'll be doing 100 more paintings, but on canvases only. I mean, I can paint on anything that is not a canvas or on a sketchbook, but it just won't count because I won't be able to put a tick mark on this grid, because the whole point is for me to paint on 100 canvases, hopefully large canvases, and I'm really excited to see how this journey will be, how much I'll improve, how much I'll learn, and how much I'll unlearn. So that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope this video was helpful to you in any way. It inspired you, and please, if there is something that you want to get better at, you want to learn, start doing it today. Just tell yourself, I'll do this 100 times, and if you want, I'll help you stay accountable. Anyways, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.